Solid week. Busy week.
What'd you do? What'd you get up to?
Work was busy. I got to go to Kelowna next week.
Nice.
There's some issues with kind of a big customer, so I got to go see what's going on. Hand some stuff off.
Hey, bro, you don't have to fucking tell us these too much information, bro. What if your company's like, yo, Hector, man, stop spilling the beans like a rat?
Nothing's been said.
Dude, you just said you got to
I didn't say who it was. I didn't say who it was.
Jesus.
I didn't say who it was.
Hold on, just off the bat, how many customers do you have in Kelowna?
In Kelowna? Well, I don't. The thing is, like, I work through distribution,
right.
So I don't have customers. My distributors have customers. So
okay.
they would have, I would say, probably like 30, 40 under their belt.
30, 40?
30, 40,
okay.
I'd say.
So that's a big range.
Yeah, well, it's because it's not just Kelowna, it's the surrounding areas.
Right.
Like the Kelowna distributors look at basically all of BC that's not the Lower Mainland. They'll go to PG, they'll go to Kitimat Terrace.
All right, bro, you don't got to flex. Like, Jesus, we get it. You guys.
Bro, if anyone listening thinks that Williams Lake is a fucking flex, bro, they got another thing coming, man.
This guy's a mile high
they got
company, dog.
Another thing coming. So yeah, that's been good, and now we're getting ready for Christmas. Out shopping. Nothing like gift wise and stuff, but just decoration stuff for the house. So it's now we got that female touch in the presence instead of me like fucking barren concrete walls.
She moved in?
Yeah, like a month ago, more than a month ago now. It's mid-October.
How's that going? She works from home or no?
Not 2 days a week.
Okay.
But starting in January, the whole of her workplace, 5 days in.
At work?
Yeah. Which is kind of nuts because they don't have the room to staff everybody.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb. I've heard a lot of these companies are doing that. I don't know what you run into in your industry, but
well, we ain't pussies. Bro.
Not okay.
It's never been. Okay. It's never been.
I'm talking about the office cats. I'm not talking about
even
the
office
field
cats, bro. There's no PM role where you're like, yo,
really?
You're hybrid, dog. No,
PMs never go from home.
PM if you're in like some bullshit tech company, yeah, okay.
Not tech company. What the fuck?
Yeah, tech company.
Bro, tech companies are full-time work from home. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean?
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
like,
but I'm talking about
those are the kind of PMs that you do that. Like we had one PM on Ani that came by, and he was working. He had no construction. That's how hungry Ani was. He had no construction experience.
Yeah. And but he had like PM experience.
Just PM experience.
Okay.
And he knew how to do payroll, hiring, firing,
sure.
like he knew all that, but he didn't know construction for shit. So he would pull me and ask me questions.
He's like, hey, yo, man, what's a
2x4? He like, yo, Doug, is that rebar? But yeah, really funny guy. But yeah, he was telling me, like, he's like, yeah, man, like, he's like, it's 3-4 days at working from home.
Yep.
And then it became full working from home, and then now they're trying to go back to it, and I'm just like, I'm like, what kind of money are you making? And he gave me some numbers. I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah,
like, PMs kind of make like PM money.
Yeah.
It's like 120 to 180, anywhere in between. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less.
Sure.
But yeah, that PM role is underrated, bro. I honestly think that PM role is underrated. Like, people don't tell you when you're in school. I think a lot of cats, like, you can make a lot of money.
You used to shit on it. You were shitting on that before.
No.
Man, I think it's because you ran into some bad PMs.
No, it's not that. I was talking about PM characteristics. Like, certain PM characteristics suck.
Okay.
But the role itself, I mean, you work like 2-3 projects at PM. You can technically, like, apply for, like, executive positions after that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
No, it's true. I think a lot of common pathways for execs, PM stuff, and accounting. Accountants, man, a lot of them fast track to CEO, like the COO somehow.
Accounting is also underrated.
It's because people don't understand how appreciated dude. I can't.
Why? Why?
I think it's still in my system. I'm not.
One top.
No, I can't.
Just one.
I can't. I'm not doing it.
Why?
Bro, we had these edibles.
When?
Fucked my shit up. Literally Friday night, and I think it's still in my system, man.
Who was it?
We had who? Just me and Serena.
Oh, you and Sabrina had some edibles?
Well,
whose idea was it?
It might have been hers.
Dude, we need to.
You know why? Because I found it. I found a tin. I found a tin that Vince gave me, and it was in one of my gym bags.
What do you mean a tin?
A tin of edibles, like a tin.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
Because Vince at one point gave me. It was so funny. This is like literally, I think, at least 2 years ago. That's how old these things are. He gave me just like a Chinese grocery bag.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, here, is this for you?" We went to like movies and whatever after. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like, "Look inside." I look, and there's a bunch of like off-brand, sketchy labeling, fucking like wrong
Don't let
letters.
my boy out like this.
Hold on. But like a bunch of these like gummy worms and like Haribo off-brand whatever, and then there's like one really nice. Like you know when you go to a dispensary and like got that nice packaging. There was one of those, tin of the edibles. So I'm like, okay, that's the nice shit, and everything else is like uncontrolled, unregulated. Who the fuck knows what's in it, how much?
Yeah.
But we had the good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's old.
Okay.
We Googled this. It's like, you know.
That's not
weed
right answer.
loses its it said weed loses its potency over time.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's the opposite, man.
No.
I think it's the opposite.
I'm telling you, bro. There is with old edibles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rephrase the words of Joey Diaz. There's no wrong answer, dog.
I'm telling you, man. Holy smokes! Like I've had that one before, so I'm not. It's not like this was one I've never tried. I know that tin because I've had it before. We just had a half each, bro. Man, that was fucked.
Yo, as a religious man, did you touch the devil? Did you see him?
No, didn't go that far. But holy smokes, like it reminded me of. There's been a couple times here where we got I got pretty high at least.
Yeah.
I remember the calculator incident. Remember that?
Oh man,
yeah, it was like that but worse.
Damn.
Like at one point, I'm trying to like. Okay, because like the plan was we were supposed to have a chill night in. We do this. She was gonna make spaghetti. She was like, we had this whole plan where we have some wine, whatever.
Yeah.
And we served the wine.
Plan.
Yeah, exactly. We had the wine. We didn't know it was gonna hit us that bad.
Yeah, okay.
Because we even had plans after, like, okay, after this we can watch a movie, whatever. We had the edible, and we got the wine, and then like, as we're like drinking the wine, and she's like prepping, like she's just cutting veggies, and we look at each other and we're like, I don't think we should be drinking anymore. Like we could just feel it, and we're like, okay, leave the wine. And then we thought we kind of hit the peak.
Oh no.
Because this shit came in waves, man.
Oh,
like
bro,
we recovered.
You're telling me, nigga.
No, but I didn't know because like the last time I had this one, it wasn't this bad.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it was just I got high, I hit a peak, and then it came down.
Yeah.
But this one, man, like at one point we were like, okay, we shouldn't like not be cooking. We shouldn't be around like sharp enough. I'm like, yo, like put it down. Let's like order something. And then I'm on my phone. This would have hit me the worst. And she's finishing because she was halfway through cooking meat, so she had to like finish it off. And then I'm there with my phone.
Pause. Go ahead.
And she's like, are you gonna be okay to order? And I'm like, I'm on my phone. Like I'm doing it right now. Like a fucking retard.
Oh, bro.
Oh my god, we had a lot of good memories. But I think definitely for sure it was still in our system yesterday.
Yeah.
And it might still even be in us today. I don't know, man. That was heavy shit.
Well, it takes a few days for you to come out.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't smoke and you eat it. It takes a longer process.
I think so too.
Another thing to keep in mind is edibles aren't... How do I say this? You're not going to be able to calculate.
No.
If they're the same.
Yeah.
You will never.
No, you're so right with that.
And people preach on this shit. You go to like these weed places. Like, oh, everyone's gonna be the same.
Fuck off.
No, man, that's all bullshit. One thing I can say with edibles is like, if you're ever gonna do them, right, make sure you got food.
Yes.
I think it's naproxone and water right there. Otherwise, it's like you're on a hunt, and if it hits you, you might have to get into like a fetal position. I shit you not.
No,
you
I
might
know.
have to get in a fetal position with your feet up and just think about like.
Luckily, we had everything
the
but
Ayatollah.
the food. Everything but the food, man. That was.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was hilarious. Just and I remember like I ordered it on my phone. I didn't call because we were like, there's no way we're like talking to anybody right now. Like we know we sound retarded. There's no way we're picking up the phone. So I did it through like the online. And I remember I got the receipt. I ordered at 6:49, and the said estimated 7:34. And then we're like, okay, let's just sit down on the sofa and chill for a bit. And we're waiting, and then I got a text at like 7:15 saying that the order's early and it's on its way. And she's like, but we have to wait until 7:34. And I'm like, I got the text. Driver's been dispatched. She's like, oh. Dude, it was great.
Hold on.
It was amazing.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Who's more retarded on in that scenario, you or Sabrina?
I become just like you've seen me. You've seen me when I get high. I basically become an exaggerated version of myself. Like my thoughts are still there, but they're all fucked up. All the words in my head, it sounds great. Yeah. It comes out all fucked up, but I'm still talking a lot.
Okay.
I'm still saying a lot of things. I noticed that with her, I was a lot sweeter. I was saying a lot of sweet things to her. I was like, oh, hey, you're like doing such a job, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was one thing with her.
Of course.
She wasn't as talkative as I was. She was a bit more quiet.
Yeah.
But she was still like active. I think she was also just a bit more of herself, but just in like a high way.
Yeah.
I'd say we didn't really change that much.
Yeah. The worst person to have around and the best person to have around in that scenario is me.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that. Like I remember we actually had that conversation because like we didn't hit the peak, and so we were still like kind of coherent. And she's like, no, I asked her, like, who would be like the safest person to call if like shit really went off the cliff? Like if we just got too fucked, like who could you call? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, who could you call? I'm like, he's like, could you call Arman? And I'm like, I could, but he'd fuck with us.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I could call Vince. Vince would be good because he'd just listen. And then she's like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So we talked about that. That was really funny because it's true. Yeah. You would fuck with us for a bit, but you'd also kind of like be you know what I mean? Like
I'd be that uncle.
Exactly. Yeah. You'd take care of us, but you also like fuck with us for a bit. You'd be like, yo, the pizza's here. And I'm like, oh my God, pizza's here?
No. I'd be like, you're going to see the devil in 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'll be there in 20.
Oh my God. So funny.
No, you know what? I would take advantage of it for the pod purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you guys are sober, I'd be like, yo, is this okay?
Yeah.
But I think if you're really, really tripping, because I've been like, that happened to me at a UBC campus.
You told me this. Yeah, the brownie incident. Yeah.
Tripping.
The UBC incident.
Because I've been through that, I honestly would come. Like I would come over and like be like, yo, let's go, like get you some water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's 24-hour IV services. I don't know if you know in the Lord.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so there's 24. The IV thing's like the best thing.
That'll get you fixed up right away.
Bro, you could be like blacking out and on fucking Molly, and you get an IV on, and you're good.
Good to go.
You're
Damn.
fucking.
Damn.
I seen a couple of guys like, this is like a fucking TBT to like, in my early 20s when I was doing nursing and shit. I seen a couple of guys like come back to life from IVs.
Jesus.
Literally compressions.
Yeah.
Shockwave.
Nothing.
IV. Let's go. Fuck. Buddy's back from Fent.
Jesus Christ, dude. Holy fuck.
That guy touched Jesus. Like I knew one guy, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. I swear to God, I saw this guy come back to life like 4 times. Same guy.
What the fuck, dude?
and dude, like this guy just wasn't scared. Like, the shit he would. Dude, they found like a coke rock. It was like 10 grams.
Jesus, man.
It was crazy.
That's insane.
This guy's shit was fucking. Like I was talking to the paramedics, and some of this shit, like this guy's known for that. Like just like rocks off.
Like they're not even surprised. They're like, this is what we expect of this guy.
His name was Irvin, like the fucking Tool.
Yeah.
Irvin.
Yeah, like Irwin.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Fuck, bro. Anyways, anything new that you heard about Trump?
There's been a lot of movement
segment.
as we expected. We expected, just like his last presidency, there's been a lot of movement. Depending on what you give a shit about, there's something for everybody. So if you're into like the foreign policy thing, there's news there. If you're into trade relations, there's shit there. If you're into the war stuff, there's stuff there. So take your pick. War stuff, Zelensky's wanting to basically make ceasefire talks right now while he knows Biden's still in office and he doesn't have to deal with Trump, because he knows the minute Trump gets sworn in, all that U.S. support for Ukraine's fucking yanked out the window, and Russia will just steamroll them as hard as they can and then take what they want, and they'll have to just beg for mercy at that point. So Zelensky's, he knows he's on a fucking doesn't have much time left.
Yeah.
And he's trying to do. The interesting part about that is Putin knows that too. So how much will he even give him now? You're basically already fucked.
Yeah.
Like whether you do it now or you do it later, the answer is going to be the same.
But
because like Putin's like, okay, this guy's going to come to me asking for like clemency and like give me these territories, fine, whatever. But if I just wait an extra few months, he's going to be in no position to negotiate anyways. So why negotiate now?
Here's a better question. Rolling back to when this war started.
Yeah.
Did anybody think Ukraine's going to win?
Like, no, but nobody thought it would go on this long, or that everybody thought that when this happened, I mean, everyone was shocked, fucking me included. But everybody thought Russia was just going to steamroll through Ukraine and take what they wanted with no
Some
pushback.
people thought that.
A lot of people did.
I think
because when was the last time we ever saw Russia's actual military? Not a proxy war, but their actual military.
People that are closer to this. Like I have some friends who are actual Ukrainians.
Yeah. I mean, I know Ukrainians too.
You know, when the war was about to start, these guys were saying like this is going to take a while. Why? And they were I don't know if it was insider knowledge or what the fuck it was, but maybe it was common sense. But because Ukraine's the only, am I wrong on this? Aren't they the only non-NATO country in Europe?
No, there's a few.
There's a couple, but
they are.
They're the connection being between Europe and.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're one of the few countries that actually connect Russia directly with a NATO nation, and they are basically the blockade.
Right, and these guys were saying like, if, America wants to infiltrate anything, it'd be smart to infiltrate this because now you have,
of course,
you can dump into this,
of course,
and if you have half a brain cell, you understand that when they say like, oh, we put 300 billion, it's not that they put 300 billion to Ukraine.
Yes.
A lot of that money is recycled right back to the U.S. economy, but now it's a debt of Ukraine to pay that off.
And some of that too is in the form of resources and weapons that technically are already paid for. And it's almost like this is like girl. You ever heard of girl math?
Yeah,
this is like girl math.
Yeah,
because girls will say, "Oh, if I return it, it's like free money."
Yeah,
or if it's cash, it's free money. It's like no, that's not how money works.
Yeah,
but that's how we're talking about this because that 300 billion includes shit like they're lending them. They'll lend them like the missile launchers, or they'll lend them this, or so they consider the whole value of the missile launchers plus the missiles in them as like 50 mil. Okay, that's part of it. So it's very interesting how to do that math sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of this is going to be like paid back, and it's going to ruin Ukraine regardless. The smaller economy always gets ruined. Yeah, and Russia is a small economy considered its footprint size. Yes. But they're not a small economy. They're doing well. They have a lot of oil. They have a lot of like natural resources as well. But they're a decent size economy in the world. And they're not going to lose to fucking Ukraine, bro. It's just not going to happen.
It wasn't about losing. It was about... I wonder what Ukraine's ultimate strategy was. I don't think they actually thought that they were going to win.
I think America sold them on it.
They've been able to hold them... Even without America's involvement, they were able to hold off Russia a lot more than people... I mean, outside of Ukrainians, people believed. Because on a world stage, everyone's like, Russia's a world power.
Yeah.
And then... But the last time we saw Russia's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think the last time we actually saw Russian soldiers invading a country was Afghanistan in the first Afghan war, like the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years since we saw actual Russian troops. So everyone's like, yo, what do they got? What are they going to do? Then we found out some of their weapons are kind of old. Some of their troops are not well funded. It's like they have the best thing that Russia's done for themselves in the last 40 years is portray the image of strength.
Yeah.
Not actually having to test that strength against another nation. But
nobody wants that land, bro. Nobody wants that Russian land. I mean, eventually people will.
That's the thing. It's like why you would never even need to show that strength. Who the fuck's gonna come to Russia?
Yeah,
right. People have tried and failed.
It's like southern Russia is like decent weather, but like, bro, northern Russia, that Siberian shit, bro, get the fuck.
Napoleon tried, failed.
Get the fuck out of my face. And like
Patton tried, failed. Like,
motherfuckers don't understand how big that place is.
Yep.
Like we don't even like. I don't think. You could go like I've been across all the way to PEI. I took that ferry.
Yeah.
Came back. I still don't. I can't really conceptualize the size of Canada.
Yeah.
Bro, there's nobody on earth that can conceptualize the size of Russia.
Yep.
Can you imagine? Like, just you got to be able to like fly all over from each end, and then just take a fucking look around like a fucking idiot.
You know what's really?
Hey, I get it.
You know what's really trippy about our maps is that did you ever hear about the whole how the maps that we understand, the ones that we like look up most of the time, is actually skewed.
It's warped, yeah.
Yeah, so like the nations that are on the top and the very bottom of the globe,
very different size.
They're actually smaller than what they seem like on a map. So, and then the other effect is the ones that are on the equator are actually a lot bigger than you would think. Yeah. So countries like Brazil and China are actually a lot bigger than you think, and then countries like Canada and Russia are actually a lot smaller than you think.
Yeah, so they say China's just a tiny bit smaller than United States, I think.
Yeah. When you put it on a map. Yeah. And Brazil's massive.
Massive.
Like the Amazon rainforest is actually...
fucking huge, bro.
Yeah. It's fucking insane.
You get lost in the sauce over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you look like a Swiftie? Did you go to the concert?
It's next week, dude. This week.
So see, I was right.
No. That's not. It's not how you think. It's actually the opposite. Almost. I'm not a big Swiftie. Obviously, Sabrina.
But you are a Swiftie, nonetheless.
No, there is. I hear about this every day because you don't know. You don't understand, or maybe you do. The amount of planning that is going on right now for her arrival is insane. TransLink has essentially ground to a halt just to prepare for her arrival.
Yeah.
The amount of like daily memos and notices that Sabrina's getting to prep for this is nuts. Like ridership is going to be at an all-time high because you have the Swift, you have the concert. Sorry, you have a sporting event, and you got like one other thing happening in Vancouver the same weekend. It's going to be nuts. So I've heard about this, so I know when it is, but it's like... And I went out, I was downtown the other day. They got fucking... I don't know if you've been downtown lately, but if you go to places like the Art Gallery or Jackpool Plaza, all these like Vancouver landmarks, they have her fucking song titles in fucking LED boards, like tall ones. It's like, yo, what are we doing? Like,
damn, bro,
what are we doing out here, man?
You know, damn, bro. I don't know, man. I'm not a big concert guy. I've never been. You know why? Because you'll always be disappointed with the performance.
You remind me of my dad. I remember one time when I was younger, I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, Dad, you ever been to a concert? He's like, fuck no.
What am I, gay?
No, he's like, why would I go to a concert when I can just play their CD at home?
Bro.
Literally, that was always a thing.
Yo, I'm telling you, a long time ago, before I knew that fact, I'm like, yo, I think me and your dad would get right along, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
It's
the old school mentality. It doesn't make sense because they're not... That song has been auto-tuned 1,000 times. It's been like rehearsed over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Their concert at Rogers Arena while some fucking blue-haired bitches yelling, Taylor! She's not going to perform the same.
It's you know, I think a lot of people speak about you're not going there for the sound quality because it's never going to be good as putting on 2 headphones, listening to a studio quality song. You're going there for the experience, dog.
What experience, though?
I don't know, man. I think people who are really into music, especially live music, get huge dopamine rushes from going to these things. Way more than they would ever get just listening to the music. It's equivalent to a lot of people of like being on alcohol or drugs. Like the amount of dopamine, like the hits that they get off this.
Yeah.
I don't relate as much. You probably don't as well. But there are people who literally go and their body's high essentially.
Yeah.
So I guess I can see it. You're getting high without having to take drugs.
Now, are these people just like soft? Would you say? Like,
are you soft for getting high on drugs? No, I think it's more of they allow themselves to enjoy certain things more than we do.
Allow them. So how do I allow myself is the better question then.
You remove that block in your head that's telling you that a certain thing is gay or dumb or like
but it just
wasting
doesn't
your time.
Sound good is my question. Is the last door you open. When I say like the reason I don't go to concerts if we're just arguing on that topic is that it just doesn't sound as good as when I have to hear it at home. So why would I go pay more for an experience that makes me feel worse?
Another thing that people get off on is the whole crowd experience. So it's the reason why it's more exciting to go to a 60,000 person UFC event in Australia than going to a 20-person thing sparring session at a gym over here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So some people get off on that too, where they feel the energy. That's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's too. But the sounds shit. Okay.
Sound is
like, we're not talking about the sound. That sounds crazy.
I think it's the loneliness, bro. I honestly think that's probably the aspect of that feeling where you're like,
there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of people get huge dopamine rushes off that shit. Where they're like, I feel the people. Yeah. It's like, okay.
And probably with the music, you identify with people around you.
Well, everyone's there for the same purpose.
Yeah.
Right. So you say when you listen to your own music, it's just you. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Which cool. For some people, that's better than the concerts. Some people are like, fuck people. I don't like being around people. I get uncomfortable around large group crowds. Okay, fine, cool. Some people are like, no, like I need that to feel something. Okay, fine, then go feel something.
When are you like good to work out?
When am I good to work out? What do you mean? Like what time of day my preference?
Yeah.
Evenings. I'm an evening guy.
You're an evening guy.
I go around 7.
But how's your knee? Like, are you fucked up?
Knee's fine.
To go?
I don't want to say 100%. I would say like 90 because gym wise, there's nothing I can't do or anything that causes me pain, bother. Like there's no I've squatted, deadlifted.
What are you squatting right now?
I don't squat heavy right now just because I don't have the knee. I do like play 20.
Play 20?
Yeah.
What you gonna do like 12 reps?
Yeah, 10 reps, 3 sets, that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
leg press, hamstring curl, quad extensions. Like I hit that basically every time I go.
I would just do an upper body workout. But
no,
what I was saying is like,
so what I do at least currently the split. I'm not doing splits like how you normally do, like push pull sets all that. Basically, it's half the workout's legs, half the workout's upper body. That's it. That's all. It's not supposed to be too complicated. Originally, it was all because I just wanted to build strengthen my knee a little bit. I went to a soccer practice last week just to test it out. My physio with there, he's like, yeah, just don't go crazy, don't go heavy, just run around, see how it feels. He's like, you've been running, you've been going to the gym.
To soccer?
We'll see. This practice, I just wanted to see how it felt, just to run around, kick a ball for a bit. There's no contact. It's a practice. It's like whatever. See how that feels, and it felt good. So I was like, all right.
I don't want to qualify myself ever about like anything really.
Yeah.
But I'll give you my best advice that you don't want to hear.
Okay.
And I've been right a lot, even among people about giving legit advice about sports and shit like that. What they should do, what they shouldn't, and don't listen to me if you don't want to.
Sure.
But I would advocate you doing more, I guess, plyo or aerobatic. Not aerobatic, but
I know what you're saying.
Something that is a little bit more dynamic kind of training for the next 6 months to a year, controlled, instead of going on the field for the next, like, practice, you're shooting around, you're passing, cool.
What you're mentioning has been part of rehab for the last, 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, doing that sort of stuff. So it's been a lot of cone work, a lot of, one of the evaluations that I have to do when I go to physio, would do some jump tests,
right?
Box tests, max vert. There's a couple other weird shuffle exercises.
Yeah,
so just stuff I had to see where I'm at.
Footwork.
Yeah. So that's all part of the plan. The idea is not to just jump in there and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm ready. It's no, it's not that. There's a lot of qualifiers.
Yeah, leg-eye coordination.
Just make sure that's all good. Exactly.
But yeah, just don't, bro. As a friend, I'm telling you right now, don't compete. Just train, go practice, don't compete. Because, bro, the last thing I want to hear is another phone call. Yo, I hyperflex my anus. and then you're like,
wait a second, on the soccer field or the bedroom?
Yeah. But, yeah, man, I'm glad you're back. But we should get a workout in before Christmas, man.
Sure, yeah.
I think we should get a workout
When do you normally go? After work, probably? Or are you before work?
Yeah. I got a couple weeks off.
Okay.
I'm going to be
cool.
I'm probably, bro, honestly, I'm probably going to be off until end of December. I don't want to go back.
Nate, go yard.
Okay.